All right, guys. So Copper Mountain Do Tour Men's Street Style. It's gonna be sick.
And to see the men hit the steel out here this evening. How's it going, everybody? Todd Richards alongside.
I'm super
Mayor
excited
Walsh,
for
and also Stan
both
Levier.
of the Fava brothers.
And we've got some
Half
stuff
Fava,
to talk
Joey
about
Fava.
this evening because last night the women put on a show, and I've heard from many of the women they are super excited to watch the men throw down because it's been an absolute destruction.
Yeah, I watched the stream last night, and the
Well, the guys have some big boots to fill
women's
after the show the one put on, so I'm
pretty
excited to
rad.
watch.
You know what's
Maddie
really
Mash,
cool is
or not
somewhere
Maddie
in
Mash,
that
that's Pipe.
mess is Chris
Mia
Cote.
Brooks was
And let's throw down to
like
him
up
right
here.
now.
I feel like
joining
everybody
him
else was
in the swamp.
here. It was rough. He's with him, you know? Yeah, I don't watch many of these, so I'm pretty excited. And street style is like the most dope category.
Yeah, where are you? Yo.
This is as good as it gets right here. 10,000 plus behind us going absolutely insane. The riders are going off, feeding off the energy right now.
This is
about
crazy.
to be the best tour ever. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Wow,
no, this is
that
insane.
is quite the crowd, and the craziest thing is they're all going back to Cote's room when we're done with this thing. This is insane.
I have social anxiety just watching this right now. I'm amazed.
Holy cow, everyone out there
Everybody's
just
just
decided
going
not to hit I-70 and just come out here for the show. Snake Hips is just wrapping up as we get going with the men's street style. So let's talk about what men's street style is all about.
All right,
Stan,
last night,
what are we
there was
doing
a
here?
guy.
Well, I think it's
Oh,
going to be an
stay
exciting
in.
night. You know, we've really seen
Let's
a
go.
resurgence of the Rail
Stan's
Jam
great.
street style event
last night there was
popping up
Tanner.
in snowboarding in the last
Forget
couple
what
of
his
years,
last
and the
name
result
is.
of that is
Not gonna lie, but
a wide
it
field
was
of riders
great.
that are
It
more
was
than
like he
capable
was blazed
of putting
as
on
hell
a
the
pretty
whole
remarkable and incredible show. And I'm,
he was like,
you know,
it
when
was
I'm
his
looking
first
through all
time
these heats,
commentating, and he was like,
there's no
"Yeah,
clear
these judges,
winners.
man."
People have been asking me
It's
who I
great.
think, and it could go so many different ways. I know for sure Joey Fava's going to put on a show.
Yeah.
Joey
I've seen him in
Fava,
practice. He's
just
doing
talking
things
about
that
him.
just scare me.
Yesterday, I
Well,
saw
we're going to take a look
videos
back
of
at
him.
what
It's
happened
crazy.
last year. And Mayor, you were sitting here last year when this whole thing went down. Let's take a look at it right now. We can talk through what went down. But it was something kind of new for Dew Tour to have a different
I'm
kind
not
of
sure
format
where
to
the
showcase,
best spot for my
you know, some of the
face cam
riders
is.
that don't typically get the
So-
spotlight.
Totally. I mean, the majority of the riders that are in street style come from a filming background. They're not contest riders in the traditional sense of slope style, half pipe, big air.
This
And
is why
I
street
think,
style
you know,
is so
the crowd
cool.
loves it. So it brings street riding via this kind of street-inspired setup to a whole new audience, which is really cool.
And I think it's rad too because, you know, when you have the super pipe, yeah, it's kind of down at the bottom, but you do have to kind of walk up. The slope style course, whenever we do
Yeah,
slope style
I'm
competition,
not
that's
going
like
to be
halfway
like,
up the mountain.
"Oh,
This is
oh,
right
rats,
in your
oh,
face,
oh,
and literally the fans are
two
just getting
seven,
blasted
2-7 out,
with
same
snow
way,
when these
oh.
guys come to
Like,
a
I'm not
stop.
gonna be
So,
like that. I'm
I mean,
just gonna
Stan,
be
you
like
saw some of the craziness that went down
watching
here last year. The
in awe,
signs, just like
probably.
everyone had their shirts off. It was insane.
It was not warm.
No, it was not warm out.
Yeah, there was a Todd Richards versus Snowboard Jesus sign, I recall,
Yes.
that I enjoyed.
Snowboard
You know,
Jesus.
I think that one of the things about this event, why the crowd likes it, why the people at home like it, to me, it is the most relatable event
Yeah.
that
Yes,
exists
sir.
in a professional, competitive
He's not wrong.
snowboarding field. If you're a fan of snowboarding, if you're going up to the mountain, you're familiar with what it's like to go into a park rail. And so sometimes when you're in super pipe, it's hard to tell really what it's like to air out of that 22-footer. You can look at these features. The people watching it,
Whoa,
they have a
that's
sense
cool.
of what's going on here.
Cool. Well, this is the way it's going to go down. We've got 3 heats of riders. Each heat will have 4
That
riders
was a
in it.
crazy
Each rider
gap.
is going to get 3 turns
Whoa,
through
whoa,
this,
whoa,
and
whoa,
then
whoa.
we're going
Who
to take
saw
the
that?
top 2 will advance on. Then we go to round 2, which is a head-to-head bracket, and then
Also
finally we
big gap.
find our top riders to
Transitions
get
are
this final.
crazy.
First heat right
3
here
on.
is a pretty
it's
heavy
2-7.
one. We have
Hold on.
last year's winner, Nate Haas, coming out of Truckee, California. up
See, this
against,
is what
you
I'm
know,
saying. I can't
some
keep up.
real rope toe rail
keep up.
chompers. Yeah. So this is going to be a real fun thing to watch. And I'm looking at this start list, and we have people in here that definitely do not show up on start lists very much. Nick Baden is in here. We got, you know, oh wait, where?
Sam
Sam Taxwood, there he is. I was looking for his name. Yeah, so it's like we've got the people that you don't necessarily,
not gonna lie, I'm not familiar with a whole lot
have
of
in
them,
mind when you talk about rail comps, but in the backcountry, they just destroy things. So here we go, this competition format, round 2. That's what we are calling the battle bracket. That's where 6 athletes will go head-to-head, and then 1 will move on from overall impression, and then we go into the final round, which is the top 3 athletes. They get 2 runs, and it's combined. So a bit more stakes on the line there for round 3. But we're not there yet. We got to get through, you know, the opening rounds here. There's going to be a lot of excitement. Head-to-head's always fun to watch. You guys are in for a show if you're just tuning in.
Well, I'm not just tuning in.
See there, just the course. I mean, it is tight. Course is very tight, and we've got a GoPro course preview with Brandon Davis, who kind of shows you just how tightly packed this course is, full of features.
100%. Not a lot of time to think between
What up, everybody?
these.
Brandon Davis here. We're at the 2024 Tour Street Style course. About to walk you guys through the GoPro course preview. This course is super hectic, ton of fun, lots of rails. About to drop in.
Looks like. Ooh, crazy for you. Maybe I will name some tricks, but only the ones I'm like super confident on. And I'm still gonna fuck over, so.
All right, well, you saw the course. Now we're going to get into it. Nate Houst will start us off. Last year's
it's
winner.
The same course as
we'll get this
last
going.
night,
And once again,
so,
3 runs.
And I watched the men's
for these riders to top 2 advance on.
The men's
Yeah.
team is super sick.
One thing I noticed here in this first heat, couldn't
There's
help
like
but notice
a-
every single rider goofy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Every
Look at
single
that.
rider
That makes,
goofy in the first
makes it
heat.
easy
That
for us.
is
Now we
insane.
know what footed they are.
Pat Bridges would love this heat.
Yes.
Love the goofy rider.
But that is
Todd
super
Richards
easy
is
for
a
the
goofy rider
commentators.
in a different way.
That's so hilarious.
I like that. That's a good start to our
We're
evening.
starting the hilarity already. This is
think this is
early
great.
hilarity. Well, Nate Houst, you know, he's one of these riders that comes out of the East Coast, has relocated himself to Truckee, and I mean, you can see him on any given day just destroying the park at Boreal in California, the Woodward Peace Park.
I got
Yeah, Nate House
posted
lands.
on my
He just
locals
always lands. He's very, very
story.
technical.
Let's go.
You know, I've spent a lot of time at different park events taking photos of him, and if you need a photo of someone hitting something and you want them to land something, just like, where's Nate? He will do this.
He's about to drop right now. And, you know, we've had a couple of these events so far this year that they really do cater towards the fans. So we just came from one a little bit ago in the
vibes are
Midwest, and that
immaculate.
brought a huge crowd out. And we're doing that yet again here. Gigantic
Fava.
crowd
Is it Pat Fava?
to
or
watch these
Joey
riders
Fava?
come down and kill it.
Oh my god.
100%. Nate Houst hoping to capture a little bit
Joey.
of that flame, maybe a little
Joey
more
Fava.
energy from his last year's win. Nothing like a double win, you know? Taking this thing 2 years in a row. I know Nate Houst personally. He's claiming Truckee. He's from Western Massachusetts.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
He's from
No,
my
he's-
hometown.
He's
Todd.
East Coast through and through. He just lives on the West Coast now.
All right, so Nate's getting ready.
This is actually Benny Milam in the start.
Oh, wait, where is Nate Houst? Maybe he's getting his butt back up there.
Yeah, Benny Milam, a rider with absolutely the skill to take this thing. Not one who, if I can recall, has gotten that first place spot in one of these newer rail events, but absolutely has the bag of tricks to do so. I know I personally would love to see Benny Milam on the
Yeah,
top
and he's
of
got
this.
such a chill style.
Yes.
And like his approach, like his personality is very chill.
Yeah, this is
Yes.
So, and I think it really translates to what he does on the steel as well.
Well, we were at a rail contest in Duluth not that unrecently, and he popped out his elbow and then
Oh,
just
yeah,
very
just
chill.
popped
Asked
it right
someone,
back in.
Could someone just pull my fingers and right
Pull my
back at it?
finger. Yes, and you know all about that.
It was
Speaking of
different
pulling my
from the-
finger, let's go down to Chris Cote, who's in the corral.
Oh, you can hear it. Let's go.
All right, I said it before, I'll say it again. This is one of the most unbelievable spectacles I've ever seen in snowboarding. These people behind me are going absolutely insane. And just wait. Every rider so far has come flying down this course. Biggest smile on their faces. You're about to be in for an incredible show. You think the party's great now? Just wait till we start this contest. Let's go.
Chris's lips are frozen.
Is this just me, or is he gaining a layer every time we
Yeah,
go
he
to
does. He does. He's gaining layers.
And his goggles are getting more and more cocked. I mean, he's no stranger to the rave scene. Chris Cote, big raver in the 90s.
Nate, about to drop in right here. Best.
No, this is Sam Klein.
Excuse me, that is Sam Klein.
Yes.
All right, okay, so that's
We've mixed things up. We've mixed things up.
Yeah.
Sam Klein, Wisconsin
No
rider.
gloves.
No gloves. No, you don't need gloves. When you grow up riding at places like Trollhagen, I mean, I guess you need gloves for the toe rope, but in terms of the cold, you don't need gloves.
Unless you get mad calluses on your hands.
No goggles, no gloves.
Yeah.
Except for the rope toe, then yes, you need gloves, particularly.
So I
sturdy
stand
ones.
corrected. Sam Klein will start us off here. Here we go, Stan.
He's starting things off switch. Nice little cat 180 onto that top wall feature. Little bit of a bobble on the storage container, but he's moving through this thing. Solid little front board. Not able to stick that one quite like he might have wanted. Warming up that pretzel there at the end.
All right, just getting the nerves out, getting the jitters.
He's just getting the sense for
It's a
it.
lot to be the forerunner of the course, you know. You kind of got to just put that one down, feel good about it, and then, look on to your next one.
I like that. The frontside 180 up, switch 180 off of the wall ride.
Yeah, that
was cool.
180,
See how much
180 is
speed
good.
he was carrying into that?
Oh, yeah. No, I guarantee Sam Klein,
Front
a
board
rider who's
was
competitive, who's got the tricks.
The
he's
last
not gonna
one
be
kind of
happy with
bumped him,
that one.
though.
I know that's going to give him some motivation. I think he might unleash something a little breathtaking, maybe.
The Beast, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe the Beast.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I'll be looking for the Beast to be unleashed. Sam Klein, run one down. 2 more runs to go.
Is that
NBD,
his
no big deal.
dad behind him or something?
Go fast, take chances behind him.
Some Wisconsin love right there.
Go fast, take chances.
40.33 will be the score to
Oh, no,
start
it's just-
us off.
Liam Beerley.
Liam Beardley will be our next rider to drop.
Yeah, Braley's had a good year. He's been on the contest
he
scene
going
for a little
for?
bit. He's experienced some wins, starting this thing off switch.
Ooh.
Quick switch up there. Nose press.
Ooh, he's
We're
going
already
for it.
spinning.
I
Okay,
love
the
him.
spins are happening fast
Oh.
in this contest.
Oh.
270 transfer, heading down into the Clackamas.
Yep.
No problem.
Yep.
Backside 270
Yeah,
onto that
this is
thing. And then
guaranteed
hard way
first.
270.
Oh my God.
How's the pop off?
I feel like I'm in math
It was
class
so
right now.
nice.
All this counting.
He just went bananas
It
on
was
that
so
run.
nice.
Well, Liam Beardley, he
Bananas,
comes
very
from the float
bananas.
background. He just came out and won the Locks Open. This
Look at
year,
that.
bursting onto the scene, and so he's got big spins, even bigger than the ones we've seen here.
It's very
Very
similar
bananas.
to the way last night that we watched Mia Brooks come down. The slopestyle riders tend to go through this course at a very rapid
Yeah,
pace.
that's what I
as
was
if
saying.
they were
Mia
in the
Brooks is
slopestyle run. They want to just get
so
stuff out
good.
of the way.
Yes. Yeah, it
Up
is
here,
a very
everyone
distinct
has been
style difference, and there's many
crazy.
slopestyle riders that are really great in the streets as well, especially the older generation. But it's discernible in this setting.
That is going to be a solid score to start off this campaign to make it out of this round. Remember, top 2 advance.
Yeah, that's like high 80s, 90 material
That
right
was
there.
pretty unreal. That hard way 270 into
Wow.
that Clackamas.
Not, oh
rail.
my God, I called it. I called it.
9.
Wow.
90.
We're already in the 90s.
High 80s,
Pretty
90.
solid showing. I mean, again,
I just
Liam
called
Beardley
that.
really just coming on the
Come
big
on.
dog scene this year. So to post a 90 first run.
Benny Milam will be our next rider in.
Already in the 90s. Todd's best era was the 90s.
It
actually.
truly was. It truly was. I'm still living on that era, actually.
Well, it's even better because there weren't digital cameras then. So, fashion mistakes.
It's all rumors.
Exactly.
Big 270 gap, handling Clackamas County as we've been calling it.
Oh, I missed it. Oh my God.
Breaking
Oh,
open the
no.
wall ride transfer to rail. Benny
No,
Milam,
no,
lady
no,
Bill
no, no,
Trump.
no, no. We're going back.
Last night that we.
Post a 90 first run.
Come on.
The 90s.
It
actually.
truly was. It truly was. I'm
Yep,
still
yep,
living
yep,
on
yep.
that era, actually.
Well, it's even better because there
Board
weren't digital
slide,
cameras
2-7
then,
out.
so,
Pretz,
fashion
no, same way.
mistakes never-
Oh,
Exactly.
Big 270 gap,
Board.
handling Clackamas County as we've been calling it.
oh, the wall ride transfer.
Breaking open the
See.
wall ride. to get
Okay.
onto that rail.
That's
the kind of
exactly what
style,
I was talking
the kind of
about.
poise that
The
judges are gonna be
skiers
looking at.
were hitting the wall
Perfectly
ride transfer.
executed trick.
So I
Backs
know
that
the
wall ride,
snowboarders are
pops
going to go
out
crazy with
into
it.
a board slide. That is sick.
Yeah,
Nice
yeah.
combo.
Commentators couldn't have put it
You know, when
better.
we talk about street style, that is
was
a
sick.
street-inspired trick right there. Banging off the wall, jumping over to the rail. We love to see it.
Oof.
All right, Benny. What's the score? 83.66.
83.66.
Background there might be what Danny Davis
I'd be
looks like
happy
as
with
an
it.
old man.
That's right.
That was pretty sick.
Sweaty Yeti is what I like
Good
to call
run,
that
good run.
guy.
Oh, God.
All right, so now up to the top. Our winner from last year, Nate Haast, coming out of Western Massachusetts, claiming Truckee for some weird reason. You can't
Uh-oh.
hide.
You can't hide from
Nate,
us.
you can't
We've
hide.
got 3 New Englanders in the booth. We see you.
Going in switch there. Nice little switch up. Oh, side press there. You talked about the hot garbage yesterday.
Ooh, coming off a little bit early.
Yeah, I don't know. They're going to dock them points for that one for sure.
Just a little ASMR
Good side.
through that Clackamas and right back to Fakey there at the end. Wasn't sure if he was going to go for it. I think Nate's got a little bit more in the tank, but it'll do. It'll do for a run one.
Yeah.
No, this
Came
is
up a little
definitely
early,
so
and Nate,
crazy.
Nate is
Like,
very
all these
precision-based riding. So, I mean,
street
he's
style, this is my
definitely gonna be
favorite
lifting up
category
this
by
stuff. Okay, I got
far.
2 more.
Like,
That one was just get the
hype
blood
can't
moving.
compete.
You know, last
Slope
year we
style
were real
can
big
compete,
fans of his
but
because he was the only
it's
guy
not
wearing
going to.
shot glasses in the course, and I think that's great. It's a great style.
It
I
is
don't
a
know.
smart move
I-
for a night event.
think
I
he
like
kinda
street
set the
style
trend.
so
I've been
much.
seeing a little bit of a couple of those. I think
Nothing
eyewear
else
at a night
compares.
event like this has really become make or break for
There
some
you
of these
go.
riders. Boom, there it is.
All right, one run is
Why is
down.
the
Nate
quality so
going
bad?
out with a 48.33, but he's got 2 more. So we go right back up to the top for the second runs.
All right.
Good to go, Sam.
Sam Klein,
Sam Klein.
little pre-drop ritual. You
Just
know,
straight refusing the gloves.
Yeah, respect. You know, fun fact about Sam Klein, he goes through winter eating almost solely wild game. Yeah, that his family hunts it. And
What?
he says that it really gives him like the nutritional aspect
180,
he needs to
180.
like, push it in the streets.
What, like squirrel and stuff?
I think like elk.
Oh.
Yeah.
Front
Elk in
forward,
Wisconsin?
2-7 out.
This is a great run, starting things off.
Nice.
heading into this final feature, front board.
Oh
same
my
way,
gosh.
270. Plops
Just
that
too
thing
clean with
down.
it.
Nice and
There we
smooth.
Too clean with
All
it.
smiles at the bottom.
Sam having a much better run. That one?
Yeah, that was great.
The kid is
Good run,
fueled
good run.
by wild game.
Yeah. Yeah. No, 100%.
It is fueled by wild.
Not able to.
Oh, I need to get my Mountain
control it
Dews
on
out.
that first wall ride like he might have wanted.
That was some red meat riding, I'll tell you that right
Yeah,
now.
it was.
Red meat
Elk
ride.
right there.
Wow, there's
Oh,
no
that was
plant-based
great.
going on at all in that run.
It's really hard to be plant-based in a contest with no transition.
Very true.
Yeah, for someone who eats so much meat, we still did see, though, a proper pretzel in there.
Not sponsored.
Wow. We're going there already.
Here
Nothing
we
to-
go.
Sam
Do
Klein,
the do.
62.33 for run number 2. He's got one more to get it done here. Straight back up.
Oh, this kid's gonna go
Yeah,
crazy.
really probably
Kid,
feeling pretty
he's older than
confident
me.
with a 90 on the
This
board.
guy's
but I
gonna go
have this
crazy.
strange suspicion it's not going to stop him from doing more crazy stuff.
No.
Same thing as last
Switch
time.
up. Now he's back in
He's just
regular
gonna-
stance.
Ooh.
Wow, that was clean.
That was so
270 in
clean.
the middle of the rail, no problem there.
So snappy.
Going into this next feature switch, that's that
Two
hard
sub.
backside 270 into Clackamas County. You're going into that blind, and that's dangerous.
Ooh.
That was a
Not
nice
a better
run.
run
That was
than
a
his first
very
one,
smooth run.
but that was
A lot of
crazy
technicality
smooth.
being thrown up top.
There's really no hesitation to throw a 270 out here.
There's
from
not,
Liam
there's not a
Burley.
lot of room
He's
to
just
even
throwing
fake.
2
You
sevs
just have to
everywhere.
go into muscle memory here because the features are packed so closely together.
It's kind of stressing
Yeah,
me
there's
out.
no time to think.
Impressing me also, but
You know, Liam's probably going to want to square up that front board a little more as we get a replay on that. But again, I'm impressed by that
Sevs,
backside
man.
270.
Yeah,
going
no, he
into
needs to
such a
stick on it longer,
dangerous
but
rail
those
to
are
do that.
crazy sick.
But
You think that was better
I
than the
don't.
first one?
It's not to the
I
point
do
where
not.
they're docking points.
He doesn't either. Liam gets
85.
85.33, but still sitting on that 90
Not bad, not
flat.
bad.
So he is in a decent position to make the transfer. Benny Milam up next.
Benny Milam.
Benny
There's big chance he
Milam,
gets first here
just
if he just
fan
snaps.
favorite in this kind of event. Early adopter, if you will. Front board switching up. Able to hold eyes.
Ooh.
Very rapid pace going on right now. Another
It looks almost
pretzel.
like same as
Boom, right through that
the other
section.
one.
Heading for that wall ride.
wall ride. Oh!
Okay.
Fan favorite. They like that wall ride.
Yeah, that's a good one. Benny's kind of a master, or is definitely a master of both the technical rail maneuvers, but he also
Wall ride.
in the air, so
Is that
kind of
2-7 out?
suits him.
It was a little like shallow, you know. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys,
This one
but
looks so
it was
good, a
super
little
shallow
early off
coming
early
out
on
of
that
that
second
last
feature,
one.
And then the bottom feature off a little bit early too, so some room, but I think he's going to improve on the first run score, I think.
Yeah, right. He
That's
came
a
off
pop
early.
out
That's
there. The backside wall ride pops out of that into a lip slide and then tries to
oh,
pop it in 270 out.
Yeah, sometimes you would think in run one you wouldn't want to hit a wall unless you're literally hitting a wall.
okay.
Yes, yes. 80.66 for
Nah,
run number 2.
come
He's gonna
on, that
hold
wasn't
on to that first run
80.66.
score. Top 2 move out of this bracket.
Come
And Nick House
on,
will
I'm not
have
gonna argue
his
though.
second run here momentarily.
Focus
These
up
guys
in the top.
can improve so
A little
much.
bit
House,
of pressure being the
he's
winner
got
from
that.
last
Come
year.
on,
But I know he can manage it.
smooth as butter.
Right onto that barrier rail.
Oh,
Love to see a board slide into a press. That's classy.
Barley grind
press
right
was
there.
crazy.
Another good one.
Gaps over that
Floaty
feature. Not
180.
sure if that was intentional.
Oh, oh!
It just gets a little bit bucked onto the tail and goes down. Upper section was so strong.
You hate to see it. You
It's
hate to
interesting
see it.
having Nate dropping right after Benny too, because they went head-to-head in finals last year. So a little bit of extra pressure there.
Absolutely hate to see it.
Yeah, there it is. I loved it. You don't see that as much. That's the kind of nuanced trick that I just nerd out about in a street event. When you go sideways board slide and then you
Yeah,
pop
this guy, you
into
can
a
tell
press.
he's coming from the
Not
street.
something that you see that often. It's different. It's fresh. I love it.
And that's what the judges want too. They don't want to just see the same
Oh,
old
barely
stuff.
on the tail.
And these riders have such a giant bag of tricks to pull from as we head straight back up to the top.
Climb.
Sam about to drop for his third and final run.
Come on.
62.33 is what he's trying to build upon to get into first place. You need to top a 90. The 83.66 is what you need at least to get into the transfers position.
All right.
Yeah, a little bit of a last chance scenario heading into this switch. There he goes.
Ooh.
That's, I think, what he was looking for on that.
One
into
to
the
front
front
board.
Pretzel out. Love to see that. Heading into this little drop down section.
Nice.
Manages a little nose heavy on that, but makes it through. And off a little early. Not sure.
Off a
that's
little
gonna do it
early,
for Sam
landed pretty
Klein, But the
backseat.
kid's all smiles.
But
Yeah, it's tough with
It's
the
all
level of
vibes
competition
tonight,
with these
I feel
riders,
like.
you know,
it's all
you have
vibes.
to be, you have to be perfect off everything, even in round one.
And just take a look up here how much speed management is done between this first
Oof.
feature and then right here. To slow it down, you got to throw the brakes on or else you just end up jumping over that rail feature.
He stomped that
Yeah,
one, though.
100%. I think he just wasn't really able to manage the speed exactly like he wanted. Got a little off his edge in that first hit, and I think it maybe set him up a little bit wonky going through the run, though he does kind of manage to hold on to it for the most part, though he comes
Yeah,
off a little
pretty
early.
But it's super hard when you're
Just
going
a
side
fun
like
show,
that.
though.
Yeah.
Because he's hitting it urban.
All right, so it's going to be interesting to see what his score is. I don't think he's going to top that 83.66.
59.
62.33 for run number 3. So Sam
okay.
put on a great show
Oops.
out here. Straight back up to our current leader. This is Liam, about to go for his third and final run. Already done some damage. Run number 1 is a massive 90.
Yeah, there's going to be a tornado warning on the course after the amount of 270s that are going
Boom.
on
Oh my
in
gosh.
this run. He's mixing it up
Crazy.
at the top there into this storage container. Switch
Whoa.
270 onto that down into the electrical box.
Oh my
Press
God.
Into the slide. There it is again.
Oh,
Liam, that was insane.
that improves so much on
The
his
judges want
second.
too. I mean, that's really going
or
to
on his first.
later on when the judges are using the combined scoring
Yeah, that's
for the final round. And if his riding is
Yikes.
showing any
That's
indication,
going
he's
up.
going to make it to that final round.
Come on.
And that's when mixing things
No
up
way
is
that's
really
below
gonna play
90.
into it. So let's take a look at this run once again.
Wow.
Goes into this regular half cab and then boom,
Oh.
switch backside
Oh.
270
Whoa.
into this. Yeah, here we go. Look at this.
Switch back 270.
Boom.
Brings it back.
Love that.
Fights his body's natural wanting to go one more rotation.
Press.
This is sick. I think that was rad. That little press.
Have one
Yeah.
into 5-0. Oh, God.
And just so much pop out of that last rail. That was an amazing run. That's even better than
Incredibly
run
impressive.
number 1, I think.
I'd say
Yeah,
so as
wait,
well.
that's so much better.
88
Oh.
flat. I guess the judges don't think so, but
I don't
we
know.
think so. But
We
you're
think
making
so.
it on to the transfer position nonetheless. Benny Milam, third and final run.
Looking to add some space here. Up his score a little bit because he
Come
knows
on.
with House dropping next, no one is safe.
Here you go, Benny. Super technical up top.
Heading and switch, front board, switch up to board slide. Front
Clean,
board, switch
very
up to
clean.
board slide again.
Way better execution on this run.
Right through
Yeah,
that back
he's just
fist into
making
this wall.
everything
Here
so
we go.
smooth.
Will it?
Pretz. Oh.
Switches it up on
Okay.
us. Wall ride to front board.
I
It looks
really
good,
wanted him
looks
to get
smooth.
that Pretz.
Coming off just a little bit early.
He's not beating the 90
A little bit
though.
early, but he's still in that position right now. The 83.66 upper section was real
Not
strong.
beating that 90, but he doesn't need to.
Such good board
I mean,
control
he
to
really
maneuver
should,
these quick
because,
switch ups on these rails. Now again,
know,
sometimes
everybody
in the
else
street
is
you're looking
dropping.
at a long,
Or
maybe
Housed,
20,
my bad.
30
Not
foot
everybody
rail.
else,
Here
just
it's a
Housed.
little bit more concise, a little bit more close in. So to really be switching up in between these rails, it takes a lot of control.
Yeah, I mean, that's straight directly from the Hollywood line. That is experience on the Hollywood line
Bullshit.
control hogging right there.
Yeah, and these first two rails up top, there was a lot of technicality being thrown right there.
Switch 50. Gap
Yeah,
180
this
there.
street
I'd love to
style
see
is
him,
no joke.
you know, mix up
no
that
joke.
Clackamas a little bit. But
I really wanted him to
That
get
is
that Pretz
crazy.
there.
The backside
I mean,
wall
that was
ride
insane,
popped out
but
into
he had
a
so
front
much
board.
speed there. I don't think the Pretz would be
81
feasible.
3-3 for his third and final
81,
run. He's
3-3.
still looking good. Nate Houst will be the last person
All
to
right,
have a
well,
say whether or not
if Houst
Benny
doesn't
is
beat
going
him,
to be able to
he's
make
safe.
that position to transfer on to the next round. Nate, our winner from last year, I mean, it's Benny's going to be biting nails right now.
Yeah.
there he goes, keeping that first trick the same. The board slide to
Press
press.
again.
Now he's going switch into this.
whoa.
Solid land right there.
Very,
Transferring
very solid.
Over that rail.
Gaps
Still
that.
not sure if that's his intention.
Oh
Goes
no!
down out of the
He would have
450.
had it. He
I
would
was
have had
waiting
it.
for the 450 to come out.
No.
I knew we wouldn't get out of the first round without seeing a 450.
If he got
It
that,
goes down.
he would have smashed up into
Upper
second
section
place.
was
man.
real strong.
Yeah, he was looking really, really good. That was a nail biter. But that's the nature of the street style.
It is.
The full
I really
flow.
wish he got
Street
that,
style
man.
prisoner.
No.
All right, so let's talk about what went right on his run.
Oh, so close.
But
He
unfortunately-
barely slipped out on the edge.
You know,
The
this-
replay has
the
other
replay.
ideas.
The replay wants to show us what went wrong. The 450 pop out, just a little bit toe heavy.
Going for a
Yeah.
360 and then some. You know, if you're looking at it, maybe he was just
360
trying to
and
land
then
in a nice
some.
little Euro carve there.
Yeah.
You know, that could be
If he landed
innovative.
on a Euro
Ready, ready
card, man.
contest.
All
Yeah.
right.
Imagine.
So Nate will not transfer on. So it'll be Liam and Benny who will make it on into the second
right.
round. So congrats to them.
All right.
But we
Hype
are
for Heat
not
2.
even close
Fava.
to being done yet. But before
on,
we move
Fava.
on to the next round, let's go down to Chris Cote, who's with, I don't know what he's doing down there. What do you got going on?
Look, Snowboard
Hell
Jones.
yes. Benny, Liam, welcome
They
to the
gave me so
battle
many stickers when I got
brackets.
trucks today.
How the hell do you go from the most raging practice session party ever
Yikes.
to the
So cool.
serious business of snowboarding
Okay.
like that?
I mean, it's a bit distracting, but having the crowd here to hype everyone up is super sick, and I think it feeds into the energy a lot.
Benny, you've been here before. How are you going to keep this momentum?
I love the crowd.
Say it again.
How are you going to keep the momentum you built from here last year?
Honestly, just have fun, I guess. I don't know. Keep it easy. Keep it mellow.
Yeah, have fun.
Just have fun.
Why is the
just do
person
it.
staring into the
battle
camera?
bracket is about
So
to
scary.
be on.
Oh my god.
Thanks, Chris.
All right, guys, hanging out up here in the VIP booth, and I had to pull Sean Malto up in the mix because you're one of my favorite street skateboarders of all time. So I think it's incredible that you're here watching snowboarding, being a fan of snowboarding, and just wanted to get your thoughts on what you're seeing going down out here with StreetStyle.
Yeah, I'm psyched to be here. I mean, these guys are gnarly. I mean, you know, I'm a skater, so all these rails look way bigger than what I'm used to. But I've been a snowboard fan for the last 20 years.
Way bigger.
I'm just psyched to be able to be in the Do Tour tent, still watching it.
And you've been coming out to Do Tour in snowboarding like the past few years. I've seen you on snow. I know you like snowboarding as well. Have you stepped to rails at all before or recently? And how's that compare for you, like coming off the skateboard, trying to snowboard and hit some rails?
I mess around in the park a little bit, but not like these guys, that's for sure. You know, I'm used to trucks and wheels and locking in that way. I don't understand how they lock in over here, but man, it's really impressive to watch. And yeah, I've been coming here for the last 10 years now, so I'm really psyched to be here for the 20th anniversary.
They're just absolute
yeah,
wizards.
Well, it's good to have you. I saw you flipping through the sheet real quick. Did you have any favorites in there that you saw? And not to put you on the spot, you don't have any that you're looking at. No big deal. But
I'm really looking forward to this one kid. What's his name?
His notes.
Baden. I've heard a
Nick
lot.
Baden is nasty.
I heard a lot about Baden.
Check out his double.
I'm psyched to see him in the third heat.
Check out his ender at Knights of the Brown Table. So Nick Baden, yeah, third heat. You definitely want to check him out. We're gonna cut to break. Sean Malto, it's a pleasure having you out here. One of my favorite skateboarders of all time. You crush it in the streets. You crush it with commentary on Street League skateboarding as well.
Yeah,
Great having you out here.
Thanks for having me.
We'll be back with more right after this.
The guy in the back just happy to get the shot. That's all he was doing. Okay. What do we do for the break? What do we do?
Rockstar Energy. To help me take it.
We have to have like a secondary stream that we flip to during the breaks. I don't know, what can we do? Let's see. Bring beer to underground in brick. Moto, I was behind, guys. I didn't know. I don't. What is happening? Viva la fava. Alright. Well. Mountain Dew? Oh, Baja Blast. Oh my god. Tropical lime. I just think it tastes like chemicals, but they're good chemicals, so. Rum so.
Hey there, it's me. Food. Whenever you need me.
This guy said Rome sucks. This is crazy.
Especially when you're busy. And you're always busy. But no matter what, we find time for this. So go ahead and enjoy the moment. Because there's plenty to go around. Keep it
Take that back, Andy.
Sincerely, food. Sincerely, Safeway.
Circle K's new free Inner Circle membership program makes filling up rewarding with everyday fuel discounts every fill up. Make life
Rome is so dope.
Start saving on fuel now. Download the Circle K app and join today for free.
Oh my god. This is hell. Alright, we're looking for a new broadcast. I don't know.
Make life a little easier. Start saving on your favorite food and drinks now. Download the Circle K app and join today for free.
Oh no, we'll do Mia Brooks winning run. That was crazy. We're back. Never mind. Joe is my favorite.
And we have gotten one heat
Pat Fava. Pat Fava's in the second one. I thought it was Joey, but.
Into probably one of the craziest heats of the evening. Starting off with Sam Taxwood, we have Brandon Davis, Luke Winkleman, Pat Fava. This is going to be a heater.
Pat Fava.
Yeah, this is like a 50-50 split. 2 riders that make their bones in the streets and 2 that come from a slopestyle background. Sam Taxwood, of course, a
Right.
street rider and street ATV.
Sam Taxwood.
Nice.
Slide on that box feature. Going on that storage.
Little tap. Little tappage. Whoa.
Lip on that drop down
Not
feature.
that back lip.
Not quite able to hold on to that bottom rail. Sam Taxwood, kind of his entry into the competitive rail jam game. The kid's looking good in a hockey helmet right now.
That's right. He's the only one wearing a hockey helmet out here, which, you know, hey, it's icy.
And it's interesting because Liam Brearley is the Canadian, so.
So look at this, a little bit too much speed, tries to get that 270, taps it just a little bit, just brushes the end of the
And
rail.
I love this
Yeah, that's
massive
sick.
gap back lip. He's going to want to get a little bit more on top of that. I know that he can do it. You know, I think he's shaking out a little bit of the contest jitters, but Sam Taxwood, don't let him fool you. He's a competitive guy, you know? I think he could come to play here.
Stacks putting up a 40 on run number 1. He gets 2 more chances at this. Brandon Davis coming up next,
somebody
coming out of
bored
Big
that
Bear,
score.
California.
That's so
I
sad.
mean, this kid can do everything.
Yeah, you know, don't let Brandon Davis fool you. I think he's out here kind of claiming, oh, you know, I don't really do the competition thing anymore. I know for a fact
Well,
this
that
kid
sucks.
could go all the way.
Oh, 100%.
Dude, look at this, just so clean.
When you grow up riding the parks at Bear, you grow up riding parks very, very well.
Yo, look at that.
Whoa.
Gap out and over onto the Jersey
Brought me
barriers.
back to the-
That was
Ooh.
a
Solid run from Brandon
nice
Davis.
opener.
I mean,
Yeah.
Brandon's been spending most of his season
Very
the
good.
last couple years in the backcountry filming in Alaska all over, and feels like the rails just come second nature to him.
Yeah, look at this here. Watch how clean all of his tricks are. The execution on them.
Yeah, that
super smooth.
2-7 was crazy.
Puts himself in perfect position on the rails. There's that 270.
Perfectly between the bindings. That's what every rider's looking for, lining that thing up 90 degrees. There we see this kind of innovative
sir.
gap, but not able to stay quite on top of that like
It
he
was
might have
very
liked.
close for
But a
top.
nice, stylish 270 gapping over that down section.
That's crazy.
That was a solid run. Brandon Davis is going to put up a meaty score on that one. 82.33.
82.
2 more runs left to go.
Yeah.
Luke Winkleman up next.
Winkleman
Luke
is a crazy
this
last
kid
name.
Just came off a big
I knew
win
that.
at the Red Bull Heavy Metal competition.
Starting that thing switch, cab 1 into a press, going
sir.
270 over that elbow.
Going 1,000 miles an hour as well.
Incredibly
Word.
fast. Oh, buttery. Into this bottom section, backside 270. Luke Winkleman, this kid, he's a slope style, but he also films in the street. Check his footage out in the Bloom movie. This kid can do it all. He's put on a show this year. Absolute strong contender.
Press.
You know, one of the names that if I was a betting man, I'm looking at Luke Winkleman.
Oh, 100%. I feel like Luke is kind of born from the old guard of snowboarding in the early 2000s when you had to do it all and you had to come up through competing pretty
way.
much. And he does it all. I mean, his video clips this year were insane.
This is what you liked right here, Stan, onto those Jersey barriers.
You know, we've been seeing a little bit of, I'm going to say it, we've been seeing a little bit of side railing going on that feature. You know, they're kind of on the side. They're not really on top of it. I'm not in love with that, but Luke Winkleman right there showing how it's done, staying right on top of that thing.
Come on.
Smooth.
Winkleman,
All right.
87.66
Hypes him
on
up
run
so
number
much.
1. Remember, top
32
2
clean.
scores advance out of this heat. Pat Fava is up
Here's
next.
the stash
Just
man with the
one of
bicycle
2
helmet.
Favas. Bicycle helmet, check. Mustache, double check.
Hell yeah.
We are ready.
Pat Fava actually biked here.
It is the only way to get up I-70.
Yes.
It's true.
50-50 on that first rail.
Ooh.
Backside 270 into that,
Watch
onto
this.
the storage.
2-7 again.
Little bit of a
Come on,
bobble
Fava.
there on the storage crate going into Clackamas.
Ooh.
Heading into this
switch.
final feature switch.
2-7.
Switch 270. Able to put it down. a little shakier than I might have thought.
A little shaky.
You know, just one. It's
a little
first run
shaky,
of
but it
three.
wasn't
Got time.
crazy.
Got time. I think, you know, Pat, the elder of the Favas, is a very, very consistent street rider. He has so many podiums under his belt, so we got some more to see from him.
Yeah, and he was all over this course too. A lot of riding back and forth in between features, over to the left, carving over to the right.
Yeah, he's picking.
I think the bike helmet kind of makes him look more aerodynamic than normal.
Sporty as hell.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like a little Tour de France.
Look at this right here, the 270 hard way. Comes off just a little bit early.
That's that kind of side rail I'm talking about, you know? Like, not able to really square up, stay on top of that thing. It's that kind of technique that's going to propel you into that head-to-head round.
All right, Sam Taxwood straight back up and into it. Pat Fava gets a 73.66 for his first attempt through.
Starts off switch, 270 out of that. Boom. A lot of switch riding from Sam Taxwood. There it is. There it is.
80 backlit from Stax.
What I tell you, Stax was just warming up.
Yeah, he doesn't play. That was a beauty.
I think they added a little bit
You know,
of
a lot of
stopping.
these street style events, again, birthed from filming in the streets. And the kind of technique we just saw with Sam on that gap back lip, that's exactly how events like this come to exist in the first place.
I gotta say, it's kind of a treat watching Stax in this setting. Unusual and exciting.
Oh,
Wow.
I love that.
Yeah, that was perfect.
That clip will live in my head rent-free for the rest of the night.
Wow, rent prices are so expensive, so that's really lucky.
Yeah, copper's not cheap.
Ain't cheap up here. All right, so looking for a decent score from Sam Taxwood. Look at that.
Oh,
big
that
gap
angle.
out. That really gives you an idea of how far he was gapping. Come on, let's give Stax a 79.
He's creeping on it. I'm curious to see what else Sam Taxwood is thinking, what else he's got in the bag, if that competitive
Everybody's
switch is
throwing
going to
down.
flip on. Hard to say.
Brandon Davis sitting on an 82.33.
Brandon Davis choosing a directional board, I've just noticed here.
Well, you never know when you could hit the pop.
Yeah.
Switchback lip. Solid 270 and 270 out, but a little bit of a bobble. Makes up for it, though, on the storage container. He seems strong. Ooh. There he is, right on top of that drop-down rail. 50, gap, front board, back to switch. That's classic.
So the only criticism really is that top rail came off a little bit early, got a little squarely in between the first two features, but I mean, other than that, back lip, that 270 off, but just gets a little wild in the transfer onto the storage container.
Talk about saving it, though. I think, you know, if that was me between those and I edged like that and lost it, I would be in the crowd at that point. So.
What does he mean by that?
That is just
I like this.
so beautiful.
Yeah, you
that
see
front
how
lip.
he edges right into that, leans into it, puts himself right on top.
Perfect. Yeah,
transfer.
the Cannon lip-to-lip slide. I mean, that's heavy duty, especially since you're landing on, you know, that's cement.
Yeah.
That's fake cement.
All right, 79.66
Oh,
for run
come
number 2.
on.
He's still sitting on that
You can tell he's a
82.33.
little bit
Straight back up to
disappointed
the
with
top
that 79.
for Luke Winkleman's second run through.
Winkleman.
Luke sitting on top right now with that 87.66.
Luke Winkleman's been traveling all over. Came from Europe. He's going back to Europe, but he's here at the Do now, hoping to walk away with some hardware.
Ooh.
Solid 270 over that elbow rail. 50. Cap.
Oh!
Oh,
Right in
Taco.
the Winkleberries. Ouch.
Hard pause for that one.
Patent pending.
Oh, man.
That just goes to show Luke Winkleman unwilling to quit at any time.
He's not a quitter.
Let's get
Luke
going.
is not a quitter.
Slides almost into the Air Force banner. Still decides, you know what? Let's jib it.
Goes for a bit of a French press on the rail. Watch this right here. He just gets a little bit tucked.
Tacos. If there's
As he
anybody in chat,
lands.
I would say tacos in chat.
Gets it back, bumps off, and then just ends
hello.
up high.
Well.
Oh, gutbuster.
Yeah, taco.
I mean, good, solid ollie.
Yeah, that was I mean, he was just adding stuff.
Fava.
Fava about to drop in for his second run.
You know, I think what's throwing me is the button up with the bike helmet is kind of a getting ready for the workday.
Yeah, it's like a sporty Vermont lumberjacker who likes to cycle on the weekends. Yeah.
I'm a fan.
Ooh, nice back 270.
There we see Pat Fava just cycling through his tricks here.
Yeah, he's just throwing stuff.
Heading into
Thank you. Thank you. A little slow in the uptick, Mary. That's good work.
Cycling tricks.
There we go.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Pat bringing the super tech here at the bottom.
Just switching gears.
Yes.
I'm trying to keep up.
Yes.
There we go.
Switching
Pat Fava, we
cues.
saw, you know, I'm curious to see if he's going to mix up that first 50-50. It's a little uncharacteristic.
Okay, did you see the subtlety of the ollie up onto the ramp to get up there? That was some crazy boarding.
Yeah, Pat Fava, I mean, he's an incredible rail rider. It's like his style is so good. Oh, that was just so squared up. His style is so good, and he's just got an immaculate bag of tricks.
But he kept the board straight.
You know, the kid is not afraid to do a 450.
No.
That is for sure.
Got a good disaster, too.
He's also not afraid to lock into a heel edge on the ride out, but he pulled it clean. Nice work, Pat. 76.33. He's got one more run.
Let's get it.
All right, 2 runs down. We have 1 run left to go.
Come on, Pat.
Sam Taxwood, People's Champ. Salt Lake City local, a sultan of the streets. Such a pleasure to have him here in Copper.
Here we go, hockey temper. Let's get it.
Okay, looks like he's going to mix things up a little bit. 270 onto that little bit of a wash, but he sees he's got to mix things up. Now he's just going to have a little fun with it. Little nollie pop over that flat bar. Again, perfect. The kid front boards like nobody I know.
So Sam Taxwood having a little bit of troubles on run number 3, but putting on a great show. And as Stan said, that gap over to back lip or front board, that was probably one of the heaviest moves that we've seen here this evening.
Yeah, going from filming video parts, showing up, having to do it in front of a massive crowd of people. No easy task. Despite that bobble, still gives the crowd something to look at.
Brandon Davis, he's currently in, but that could change. Pat Fava still has 1 more run to go. So here we go, Brandon Davis.
All right,
Switch,
wobbly.
lip slide, stay and switch on that 270. Back to his regular stance.
Yo,
nice.
how is landing up on top of that on his heels?
Yeah,
that car. I can't wait to see that again. Precision.
Whoa.
The crowd liking that one. I'm liking that one.
That was a sick run.
We're starting to see some of these riders open up, explore some of these different gap options that we haven't really been able to see. It's still run 1.
In the replay, you're going to see him pop up onto the storage feature and land on his heels and lock in.
The
just
amount
so
of
he
board
can set
control you need
himself
for that.
It was crazy to me.
Watch this.
Jumps out, locks onto his heels.
Oh my god. Because he
Almost
just
carved
pushes
off
out of it
the
into the
storage box.
2.7.
And then this gap over to lip slide again.
And there we have that.
Ooh,
Nice.
2.7 off the rail.
Here he goes. Nice right between the bindings, like we like to
that's
see.
a first
heading into this nice gap.
Like
we were talking about. Starts on the side, props his body up to stay on top of it. That's how it's done.
And then this backside 270 off the cannon rail. So Brandon Davis already in a good transfer position with that 82.33. Gets an 83 flat.
Upset
for his final run. So he's looking good. Pat Fava will be the last one to come down that can possibly bump into that transfer position. Luke Winkelman already sitting pretty solid right now. So Luke is definitely moving on. Brandon is the only one that's going to have to be sweating Pat Fava's last run.
Luke Winkelman probably just hoping to stay on his feet here, but starting things off switch into that tail press. Solid 270 back into regular. And this is where he bobbled it last time. He's able to hold on. That's a great start. Buttery smooth 270 going into that. And then this final switch front board. 270 bringing things back to regular. The kid's got it all. He's got a deep bag of tricks. He brings them out on all the features. Luke Winkelman, this kid's a champ.
Yeah, and it's very rare to see Luke bobble or not land something. I mean, his consistency plus his style is kind of, part of his prowess. I really like the half cab tail. I think that's such a nice.
Really
trick.
classic.
Yeah.
That's what we call a video part
Yeah,
trick.
I like that a
you
lot.
know? Start off switch, do a switch,
Right on.
front side 180, land in a tail press. Something you might see in a video grass movie.
Yeah, that was perfect, top to bottom. Luke with an 87. What is this going to be? He's an 88.66, so jumps up just a little bit, looking pretty good. He's in for sure, but he's looking good with his form going into the next round. So Pat Fava will be the last one to come down and possibly do some damage and bump Brandon Davis out of that transfer position.
No, he looks pretty chill.
And if there's anyone that can handle the pressure, show up, it's Pat Fava.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Pat lining himself up for this first rail.
Nope.
Hey, switch lip, switching that first rail up. I was curious if he was going to do that.
He's
Backside
looking good.
270 going into the storage crate.
270. Spam
Another
those
solid
270.
270 as he heads into Clackamas.
That was perfect.
Come on.
And the 450.
Oh, the pressure is on.
Ooh, now
Come on.
I'm gonna let you guys
That's
kind of dissect this one because you're going to have to put that up against Brandon Davis's.
He's got that second.
Oh,
Come
man,
on.
this is a tough one. I think that the thing that was nice about Pat's round is that it was very smooth,
Everything
very
was
little,
almost perfect.
You know, a body movement, very little. Wow, it just was smooth.
That was so perfect. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
Totally.
He's got
Never
that.
really lost an edge, kept a pretty sturdy line through this whole thing, and of course caps it off with a trick that's won him a good amount of money this year so far, that 450.
450.
You know, I think when I look at that after mixing up that top rail, I think it's highly possible that could take Brandon Davis.
I agree. I think adding the 450, how squared up he was in the Clackamas County rail, is very
Let's go.
strong full pull.
Will we
Please.
see a Fava
Please.
moving on? He's got to beat that
Everybody's
83.
looking at it.
Judges taking
Come
their
on.
sweet time with this one.
Please.
About the only time you see the crowd go quiet.
Please, 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 please.
Waiting on the
Anticipation.
scores right now.
A lot of
What happened to the
deliberation
judges? Come on.
going on.
Much deliberation.
Oh my
Stress
God.
is rising in the booth right now.
Bike helmet. 84, and he moves on. We got one Fava into the next round.
Yeah.
Brandon Davis,
Yeah.
though, putting on an insane show. Let's go down to Chris Cote. Chris is
Oh
the
my
crowd.
At the end of the day, it was the mustache and the bike helmet that came through. Hell yes. Did it in the clutch right there.
Let's go.
Let's go. Dutor, baby. Let's run it. Wickelman, top qualifier in that heat. That was heavy all the way through. This is one of the fastest courses I've ever seen. What's it look like when you're flying down this thing?
I'm not seeing much, to be honest. I'm just, as soon as I land, turning my head, hoping I'm in line for the next feature. So, I don't know, I'm just cruising, trying to figure it out
Yeah,
as
this
I
is
go
crazy.
still.
Let's go, Pat.
All right, these guys are still unlocking this course. More battles coming up. One more heat to
Absolutely
go.
bonkers.
2 more battlers have entered the arena. It's about to get hectic.
All right, thanks, Chris. We're moving into heat number 3. Starting
Absolutely
things
nice.
off with Sean Malto's favorite snowboarder, Nick Baden, apparently.
Yes,
All right,
you know,
so-
somehow not surprised to hear that. Nick Baden has a special energy that especially the people
Breaks
of Colorado,
those down, but-
you know, Nick Baden's a Colorado local himself. Kid's got Colorado on his back right now, and once Sean Malto hypes you up, how can you not have a little bit of boost going
There's
into
only
that?
one
first year?
direction you can go is
yeah,
up.
okay,
So
so
in this
this is
next
how
heat,
we
we have
fix
the
it.
other Fava, Joey Fava, Darcy Sharp, who is an absolute rail wizard, and this is going to be a really hard heat to come out of, and Frank Jobin as well. So this is going to be a very sizzler of a heat. All right, let's jump back into it. Enough of us here in the booth. Let's head back out to the action out on the street style course. As I said, Nick Baden will start us off.
There he is, calm, collected. We spoke to him last night. He basically said every feature was his. So
Love that mentality. Just going out to destroy it.
Nick Baden, full beard since the 4th grade.
starting things off, switch. Nice
Oh, that
little
was fun.
gap transfer with that board slide. Boom, big gap, kissing the rail at the end there. Coming off a little bit early. Sean Malto's going to take note of that.
That's right.
You know, Nick Baden comes from a competitive background. He's a hardcore filmer now, but he's no stranger to the contest.
Yeah, he was a slope dog for a long time.
He is a wizard in the air as well.
Yeah, starting things off, switch there. No easy task, putting that one down. Solid board slide transfer there. This is where he gets that little kiss on the rail on that front board. Just big air time, lines that thing up, boom, makes connection, puts it down, heads into that final feature, which is really where he's going to want to clean it up for his final run. Obviously coming off a little early there.
So Baden, as everyone else, will get 3 attempts. Baden's first attempt is down. What is he going to get for a score? 49.33 for run number 1 for Nick Baden.
If both of
get Sean Malto down there to hype him up.
Yeah, Sean, could you get in the corral, hype your boy up?
Yeah, it's some athlete support.
Speaking of hyping your boys up, Joey Fava about to drop. I don't know what's going on there. He just signaled a plane. There's a plane coming in for a landing here.
He's signaling something. Big gap, 270 over that whole flat part.
Oh! Oh my! Joey Fava doesn't slow down, just comes out firing. Oh my! Look at that. That was beautiful.
Goodness.
You know what I like about this, and what I think we're going to see a lot of from Joey Fava today? He's taking big gaps where some riders starting at the top of the rail, seeing their way all the way
First
through.
place,
Joey Fava taking a different approach, a little bit more air time, gapping over a lot of the features. And I saw in practice, he's got a little something cooking for us, and I know we're going to see.
I think he's saving it, though, because it could be potentially devastating
He's
for
going
the board
from,
under his feet.
all right, I saw it.
We
He's
will
going
be
from
saving that
the
for
shipping
a little
crate
bit later, but man, oh man, Joey
over,
Fava
like
would love
2
to
airs.
join his brother. Can you imagine if this shakes out? Fava on Fava.
I want it to be Fava on Fava.
I don't know who I would pick in that matchup. I mean, Joey is so insane. He's got that perfect blend of precision and amplitude, or for lack of a better word,
69.33.
That's not a 69. You're
so Joey Fava moves into the lead. Remember, top 2 scores advance on to the next round. Darcy Sharp up next, coming out of Canada. An insane slopestyle rider. Incredibly technical on rail features.
No, I will say that Darcy Sharp has zero regard for personal safety when he enters a course like this.
Not safe.
Any regulator in his brain that says maybe I shouldn't do that, left behind.
No stranger at the podium.
Oh, little layback on top, little surf style. Love to see that.
Oh.
Lip slide 270 out. Big backside 270 gap. Able to stay on it pretty nice. And then a 50.
Oh my goodness.
Look, his lens popped out right there, or someone's lens is on the ground.
Straight carving through the banners down at the bottom.
Oh my God.
High fives for everyone in the crowd. Darcy Sharp is a man of the people.
And he's in the people.
He's in the people.
Darcy Sharp up top. Look at this little Count Dracula.
Ooh, wow, that was a good one.
Yeah, you like that?
Love to see that. Shout
So
out Lucas
Joey
Lagoon,
wants to go from that shipping crate over
throw
to
your
the other
hands
rail.
down on there. One of the godfathers of street. Darcy Sharp just kind
Right
of
there.
channeling
That
that,
right
energy.
there.
Canadian
That's going to be
warrior.
crazy. That's
Look at
the
that. Lot
real
of
that I was
airtime
talking
travel
about that I saw.
as he gaps out
Just
onto those
Joey
jersey
actually
barriers and that
gapping.
backside 270. And then watch here. Comes out just right into the banners.
Yeah, just needed a little more runway right there.
Look at how hard it is to see. Gets in there and then to hold on and to pull that 270 out.
I mean, that was a make. That was a full-on make. He just had to throw the
Full-on
brakes
make.
on. I'm sure the judges are looking at that. What happened here? Kind of got a little bit wild on the pop out.
Takes some of the fans' beverages with him on that one.
The crowd is hyped. They like it.
Yeah, that was
Get
great.
some lovely parting shots from Darcy Sharp. Waiting for his score. Upper section was great. 61.33, so Darcy moves into that second place spot for the time being.
But then next we have a Canadian destroyer
Oh, no,
all the
I
way from
think Joey
Quebec.
Frank
Jobin.
Jobin.
Bigger score.
Yeah, Quebec City, a breeding ground of street snowboarding. Some of the most
think I got bit by a
iconic
mosquito.
street clips have been filmed there.
it's not
Frank
good.
Jobin, born within it, here today to show us
coming out.
what Quebec can do.
Ooh, that was a nice combo.
Going switch into that. Staying switch into the electrical box. Nice little front board off that. 50 transfer. 270 out. The crowd's jumping. He seems pretty excited. We've got a little bit of a Canadian face-off, I'd say, a friendly Canadian face-off when it comes to Frank Jobin
Very friendly
and Darcy Sharp.
East versus West. I mean, that was precise. Taking a look back at this, I mean, look at every landing very, very clean for Jobin. Oh, actually came off a little early there. I spoke too soon.
Just a smidge.
Yep, comes off a little early. Going to want to clean that up going into this switch. Half cab, boom, front board, bam, right between the bindings. Stop.
Look right here as he pops out into this transfer, gets the 270 pop out, total control. Gaps over, lip slide, 270 out.
This run's growing on me as I watch it more.
No, it was nice. It was very, very clean. Just that one little bobble in it, but I think that's a good foundation to build on.
82.
Wow,
So Frank takes over the lead. Joey Fava still sitting in that transfer spot. Remember, we only take those 2 top scores on to round number 2. Straight back up to the top, Nick Baden.
Yeah, he's got his footage this year, Knights of the Brown Table, a little bit of street, a little bit of POW, but he's given us a nice street offering here today. A goofy rider, carrying a lot of speed into that, able to, big gap, not able to see that all the way through.
Oh, how's that nollie over?
See, this is what I expected to see from Nick Baden. You see a lot of these competitive riders, you know, they're throwing in a 270 anytime they can. Nick Baden, he's going fast, he's going big. To me, it's like he's doing it for the culture.
Yeah, I think that's the way he's kind of always ridden everything. He takes his own line, and he does it with such freaking good style.
Baden carrying so much speed, that 50-50.
And then boom.
Gaps out to the back lip.
Came out
Not
a little
able
bit
to
early.
ride that one like I'm sure he wants to, but he's got another chance. And that's a massive gap.
Yeah, that was huge.
I was going to say, it's a little bit of a treat getting to watch Nick Baden back in contest mode.
Yeah.
So Nick, what are they going to give him for run number 2? 57. 57 for Nick Baden. He's got another run coming.
Not bad, he says.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Joey Fava will be up next.
Looks focused.
Yeah. Maybe thinking about what he's going to eat later. Hard to tell with Joey Fava. I don't think he's too concerned.
Here we go. Joey kind of skipping that first feature.
Start things off with a solid switch maneuver. Going into a big 360 transfer.
Nailed it that time.
Boom. There's that back lip on the Clackamas County back lip. A trick that Joey Fava has made a lot of movement with this year.
Wow. I mean, not a lot to say about that run in terms of ticking points down. That was really solid.
And definitely different than his previous run. So that goes to show Joey Fava a wide array of tricks that he's looking at here. Probably stomped most of in practice. That big 360 transfer we see there. And then this back lip. That's dangerous.
Kind of overturned as well. I mean, that was a very extended back lip.
Wow. Definitely putting his name in the history books as one of the best back lips in snowboarding.
Throwing a little grab in there for fun, you know.
Chucked a little grabby.
Pretzel out. He's going to be happy with that one. He's got his dad in the crowd, his brother's here. This event made for someone like Joey Fava.
All right, let's see.
It's so.
Is he going to pop up in
Such
the
a
points?
crazy feeling.
Joey Fava moves into the lead.
I'm going to go say that he's kind of on fire this season.
Oh, yeah. And we are shaping up to have maybe what is potentially a Fava battle.
It could be great.
Fava
Could be great
v.
to
Fava.
see. Darcy Sharp up next.
Looking very likely.
As you said,
not
a lot of
the heats
regards
have
for
gone
his
to, like,
physical being as soon as he jumps into a street style course.
Coming in switch into that layback.
Is that a
solid backside 360 out? Oh, almost looks like he almost rode off the storage container, but maintains that edge. There we go. Big back 270, able to stay on top of that 50 gap. And
wow!
There it is.
That's what he wanted.
He was up on top of that thing, landed so solid.
pressure is on right now. I definitely think there's a lot of pressure there for the number 2 spot. Would that unseat Joey right now?
Yeah, that was a heavy run.
Heavy run.
Yeah, we're not seeing this trick done by a lot of riders. I hope judges taking note of that. I personally love a creative take. This is, after all, street style. And if there's one thing we know about street snowboarding, it's all about kind of riding outside of the lines. You know, beating to the tune of your own drum, and Darcy Sharp, no stranger to doing just that.
And the blind position on that layback too. I mean, that's really gnarly.
And then where we saw him kind of careen into the corral. Wow. Lands that one triumphantly.
Let's watch that again. He just lands on top of it, goes full statue, and then pops off. So there was total and complete control on that one. Great pop out. I think he's going to move into the lead. 88.33.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Jobin's got to beat Fava.
No surprise there. Darcy Sharp, though more of a slope style rider. He's one of those riders that in his run always has a creative rail line. Here he gets to just put that on notice.
All right, so Frank Jobin will be the final competitor here in run number 2. And there will be one last attempt to make that top 2 transfer spots out of this round. Frank, really technical up top.
Start things off with a switch 270, able to hold on to it. Unreal the way he cleaned that up.
Ooh.
Off a little early there, might not be enough. Heading into Clackamas. Nope, the final feature, not able to get that 270 either. Frank Jobin, a little bit of a head throw back, you know, wasn't exactly what he was looking for.
His switch game though, man. Whew.
Switch game.
Yeah, everything is there, but right now we're going to talk about what kind of went wrong on that run. Came off just a little bit early on that top feature, and then on this feature as well.
Ooh,
not
yeah,
quite
no,
locking in.
Hail was on the ground like immediately.
And unfortunately, you just can't afford to make those kind of mistakes when you are in these brackets tonight.
No. 67 for Frank Jobin. Third and final run as we head straight back up to the top. Nick Baden will be the first to drop. Each one of these riders gets one more tent. Darcy Sharp on top right now, followed by Joey Fava. Those are the 2 that are moving on at this point.
You're good to go, Nick. Go, man.
All right.
All right, Baden likes to carry a lot of speed. Wants to put on a show.
Board slide into switch. Switch board slide, mixing things up there.
A lot of speed here.
A lot of speed we're going to see.
Oh! In the air to back lip.
Yeah. You know, and as he's pulling himself into the bottom, again, Nick Baden, someone who goes fast, he charges, he goes big. He's Sean Malto's favorite. What else can you say?
I mean, he's the dark horse of snowboarding. I mean that in the best way. It just, like you said before, he rides the way he wants to ride. He's doing it for the culture.
There you go, Baden, with that half-cap board slide.
I've been with Nick Baden a little bit this weekend, and the amount of people that come up to him and just fan out on him generally, I think despite the results here, this is going to be a win for Nick Baden's career.
Yeah. Baden getting a little lost on the landing of that backside lip slide transfer. But who cares? You know where you're going to find Nick in about 15 minutes. All right, Joey Fava will have his 3rd run. Right now he's sitting looking good for that transfer.
And as we know, the scores do reset after this, so I'm wondering, will he start to pull out even bigger transfers than the ones we've been seeing so far? Starting things off switch, solid 270 there. 50, big back 3, able to put it on a little off to the side. There's that back lip on Clackamas County, and whoa, buddy.
Okay. Joey looking up the ante on run number 3. Give us a crab walk. Where's the crab walk? People want the crab walk. Boom.
I told him crab walk.
There it is. There's a crab walk.
Such a crowd pleaser.
Shout out Scott Stevens as well for that little tail block.
Yeah.
In the end there.
It ain't over until Joey says so. Big 270 brings it back.
What
So
you guys
clean.
think it's gonna be higher though?
Here we see that 360, not able to square up quite like he might have wanted there. Doesn't stop him though into this dangerous back lip.
Yeah, there's a lot of edge catch potential right there.
And then of course he says, hey brother, I see your 450 and I raise you
450. Backside 450. His brother did the frontside version. That was pretty insane.
What's the score looking
Run
like?
number 3, Joey Fava. He is very lit up
He's
right now.
really working the camera. Just
76 they gave him for run number 3, but it don't matter. All you got to do is have the top 2 scores.
All right.
I feel like the cameraman's probably scared of Joey Fava at this point. Like, are you going to eat me? Are you going to punch me? I don't know what's going to happen.
Darcy Sharp is up next, currently sitting on top. He's going to move out of this round no matter what. He's in the driver's seat right now. So this is kind of a just a practice run for him. Not a lot of pressure in this run.
Not a lot of pressure.
You know, I have a feeling, Todd, it's not going to stop him from scaring us.
Great.
Oh, I like the switch up with the line choice.
Yeah, he's mixing things up, maybe getting a feeling for what he might want to do in that head-to-head round, warming things up. Boom.
Oh, that was great.
270 out of Clackamas, heading into this hardway 270, putting that thing down. Not really going to advance, I think, some of the scores we've seen before, but I think he's just working on getting his legs under.
Yeah, that was cruise control.
Yeah, just putting some feelers out, trying some other things.
Okay, Darcy Sharp.
Ooh, somebody started
He is
following
moving
from my
on.
reel.
And really, it's Frank Jobin who can possibly upset the Joey Fava moving on.
This feels stressful again.
It is stressful.
Let's go.
A little clacking with a 270 out.
Best notification.
Yeah, we got some,
Bing, 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 bing.
We got some questions yesterday. Clackamas County is a real place.
It is. There's actually
yeah.
there's a mall there that we used
Yes.
to go to on rain days from High Cascade
We did.
Snowboard Camp. Yeah.
We'd go see movies there.
Yeah, if you've spent any time at the summer camps at Mount Hood, you're familiar with Clackamas
I do
County.
believe Clackamas Town Center is also where Tanya Harding took out the old
Yes.
knee.
That's correct.
Because
That's
there's
it.
an ice skating
Correct.
rink. Wow.
All right, Frank Jobin will be the last rider. He needs better than an 86. Well, he needs an 86. He needs better than an 85, which technically would be an 85.1.
Yeah, yeah. 0-1 even.
Yeah.
Now I know why they get you in here, Todd.
That's right. A real math wizard.
We're a bunch of math majors over here in the booth.
Starting things off, switch. Solid 270 there. They're cleaning this up. We saw a little bit bobble last time. Not one
Yeah,
in
solid.
sight. Onto that electrical box.
Please don't
Perfect
be
front
Baba.
board
Please
on
don't be
that
Baba.
into this final feature.
Oh!
Not able to get, things were looking good
Come on.
there.
We're
That was
looking real good.
really good.
If he was able to get that 270, I think there would have been a run for the money situation.
I think Joey is breathing a sigh of relief because that upper section was super technical, super clean, but just coming off, not executing the way that he intended on that final rail. He wanted that 270 pop out again.
Yeah. But those first 3 features, oh my gosh, the precision that Jobin has.
Yeah,
Jobin
that's
is such a
between the
fun
bindings. That's all.
Back lip.
Holding it down for Quebec City out here. My goodness.
Then here, we saw it in his last run, but not able to get that 270 out like you can tell he wanted to do. Frank Jobin, Quebec City, rail royalty.
All right, so the standings are, just wait for Frank to get his score and make it official. Frank Jobin, 77.33.
Okay,
so
thank
that
God.
means that Darcy Sharp and Joey Fava are moving on to the round. So we are now out of round 1 into round 2. This is the head-to-heads. Let's go down to Chris Cote, who's with Darcy Sharp.
Well, we lost Joey Fava. Where is our Fava? Well, our Fava is now in the battle brackets. Darcy, you just sent it hard 3 times in a row. You scared everybody in the booth. You freaked us all out. What can you do to top that in the battles?
I think consistency is key in the next round, so pretty similar. And just try to land them both clean and then try to put something together for the finals. But honestly, like, everybody here's so good, so you're putting your all in this first round. It's probably going to look pretty similar from most guys.
All right, well, similar is good when you're riding like that. Let's hear it for Darcy Sharp. He's in the battle round.
All right, thanks, Chris. When we get back here, we are going into the battle round, head-to-head format. Stick around, a lot more street snowboarding to come from Copper Mountain.
Shake that groove thing.
All right. What's happening in chat? Who's your father?
Refresh your senses with a kick of citrus flavor. Do the do.
Hey there, it's me. Food. Whenever you need me, I'm ready for you. Especially when you're busy. And you're always busy. But no matter what, we find time for this.
Dang, Shades is in
Go
the
ahead
chat.
and enjoy the moment.
Jofo Show.
Because there's plenty to go around. Keep it easy, my friends. Sincerely, Food. Sincerely, Safeway.
It's me,
What is going
America's
on?
sweetheart, and I just love having a blast. The Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Kids party? Having a blast. Stuck in an elevator? Having a blast. Winning. Losing. Having a... Probe me already. Blast. I can have a blast anytime, any...
Alright, it's time for the
Events, live action, skiing.
Oh my god.
1 minute.
With the nightly Instagram plug. You know, I supposed to reel, right? Reel. This is not my snowboarding channel or like real life channel. I have another one that's right here. You can find it called Sam Dawson. Right. And I just posted something today. You can go look at that. I just one sec. I got you. Right there. Money Shot. Slushy Sugar Bush clips. You can watch this in the me. Actually, you know what? You guys gotta go watch that. So are they back? Nope. Alright, we'll watch the reel though. Nothing like they're doing. But it's something. Alright, that was it. Go like it.
Welcome to Nixon News, and boy, do we have some news for you. This is
Oops. Yeah.
We are
Oh wait, they're back.
on a journey that is a. Let me do that again. Let me do that again. Let me do that again. Shh. Hey everyone, you know what the worst day of the year is? No, it's not the day the test results come back. It is, of course, daylight savings time. Wait a second.
Time out. There's no S in daylight saving time.
There's no S.
This just in. There's no S in daylight saving time while we
This
are
is propaganda.
traveling through time.
Where did the S
Time
go?
travel day.
Where did they put the S? I've always understood it as daylight
government.
savings time.
Yeah, me
It's
too.
optional. I say don't even experience it for yourself. But if you do, you move the arm, the
You know what?
little, the,
In the
the
meantime,
smaller of the two arms, you
I'm
move
gonna get my
it
snuff.
forward an hour in the spring. That is what you do. You spring, they say spring forward. Spring forward. Daylight
S.
saving time. This is horse.
With no S.
It's daylight savings.
And we are back.
Wow,
Yeah, it's pretty good. That is
When?
is.
Can we expect maybe a nomination for that performance just there?
I'm thinking that maybe they should nominate the hair and makeup.
I was just gonna say, I feel like
All
the
right.
hair is really the true winner.
Snuggling
in
in.
that piece.
Yeah, you know that's there's a lot to
Like
unpack.
claiming support.
All right, hey, so we are moving now into
Stick around.
our round number 2, the
Maybe
battle bracket. So it'll be
next time I buy it.
Liam up against Pat Fava, Luke Winkleman against
Or
Joey Fava,
on my
and Darcy
tail?
Sharp up against Benny
Wait,
Milan.
this is my
Overall
tail.
impression. We won't
I'll
know
put it in
who
the middle.
advances on until the end.
I hate this.
I know this is very stressful.
Oh,
but
that
this
is
what we
so
like. We like a
stressful.
little bit of drama. We like a little bit.
I
of
don't like the
spice.
drama.
Spice must flow, as we know. Wow.
I'll put it here.
I'm just working
I
it.
can't help.
I haven't seen the movie yet, Todd.
Okay,
Can you please wait?
Yeah, Dune. spelled D-E-W-N. Okay, I couldn't help but notice we've kind of got a little bit of a situation where it's kind of the streets versus the slopes.
Oh, this is heavy. This is for a lot of cred marbles. And
This is actually, yeah, they're making a good point.
Each one of these brackets kind of represents its own little face-off, you know, and that's cool to see. I'm actually really happy with this breakdown.
So we're going to start off with Liam. He's going to be
I definitely
up
need to put it
against
on
Pat
one of
Fava
the ends.
in heat number 1. And we're going to zip these guys straight back up. So there's not going to be a lot of breathing room. We're going to know what's happening here fairly rapidly. Overall impression, 2 runs. Let's go.
I don't know how this works.
Switch, board slide.
So each person gets 2 runs?
We're seeing this kid do more switch-ups than anybody I know.
Oh my god, dude, he's
I
snapping.
can't even keep track.
But all these guys are locked right now. Like, they're all warmed up and
Not
everything.
as clean as he's going to want.
Oh boy.
270 in, 270
So clean.
out. That's Liam Brearley starting things off. You can tell he wants a little bit cleaner of a run. I think he might need it if he's going against the likes of Pat Fava.
I mean, definitely putting some pressure on the Utah rider right now. But as we've seen in the first round, Fava has multiple gears to choose from.
And he also has multiple options, and I hope we see one of these really scary
Multiple
ones.
gears to choose from.
That's fun.
word from the booth, please get scary.
But that was truly technical. So this is kind of like, it is a contrasting styles, maybe a little bit more dynamic. Yeah. Not to take anything away from that run from Liam, but things could get
Is
really
Yellow
interesting
Joey?
right now.
Pat Fava cosplaying as a Portland bike messenger. And a mustache.
Splits wood on the weekends.
That's funny.
Forward slide through there. Big back 270.
Nice.
Squares that thing up right onto the
He's
storage
starting to spin
container.
on that first one.
Good, but I'm scared to
Another
curse him.
2-7.
Yep. Heading into Clackamas. Nice.
2-7 again.
270 off a little early. Not enough to take him down, so we can head into that.
Hey.
So we won't know. Straight back up to the top.
Serve returned.
You know, I gotta say, for the longest time, I felt like it wasn't a rail jam until someone did a flip. Now I'm starting to feel like it's not a rail jam until someone does a 450.
I prefer that, honestly. I'd way rather see a 450
Yeah,
than a flip.
I would way
Personally.
rather see a
Backside
450 than a
270 squared up
450.
there.
Or I can put this sticker on.
There's the 270
Or I can
onto
put
the down bar off the storage
the
container.
no, I actually already used the
Straight into the
one of
backside
these.
270 Garatata on the Clackamas rail.
Oh no.
And the 450 front side to get things done at the bottom. Straight back up to the top. Liam is going to drop. And we are going to find out what their scores are. After Pat comes down, we'll see who advances.
Liam Brearley, so far highest score we've seen of
What was
the
it, a
night.
90 again?
Yeah, he's kind of got a bit of a shock and awe campaign going on this course.
Switching that
2-7.
proper. Going into the storage container, switch 270, brings
Okay.
that thing back. Onto
He's
the
really
electrical box.
like, ooh,
Kid's just dancing out
technical
there.
as
Liam did not come
hell.
to play.
He's just throwing down.
That's a nice score right there. You know,
That's a crazy good
His
score.
overall impression over these 2 runs, I think the first one didn't exactly go the way he
95.
wanted, but I think he just had a
He can
solid
take that.
answer with this second run here.
Oh, yeah, he pulled that out, and this was clean. I mean, look at that 2.7.
So the
That's
body's instinct,
like-
of course, to keep spinning when you're on
Was
that
it a
270.
press?
We saw him bring that back to regular. That takes a little bit more board
Was it a
control.
2-7
Judges
to
definitely
press
gonna take notice of
to
that.
board side?
Well, slow down. You
Or
really see that kind
backward?
of
I don't
pronounced
even-
style on that last feature.
Oh,
It's an interesting take on that
ooh.
last rail, kind of the 270
Just
gap
looks
off.
over his shoulder and spins.
Imagine if he transfers that. Wow.
Boom.
All right, so
Whoops that thing around.
we're going to have Pat come down to answer to that.
All right, Pat.
There we go, Pat Fava. Let's go. He wants it.
Come on. He's going to go
Fava,
crazy.
Rail Jam, aficionado, Salt Lake City.
Here we go.
Starting things off, switch board slide. Back 270.
2-7.
Onto the storage container. Just flirting with the edge there, holding onto it. There's that backside 270.
Ooh.
Holds onto it. Might not have enough speed for the 450, but
Oh.
turns out Pat Fava doesn't need that much speed to do it.
Ooh, the hand touch
F
at the
you,
end.
Fava
Wow,
fever.
Fava fever we see.
Fava fever.
Fever.
Can we get that person in the booth? They're smarter than us.
Yeah, we should have thought of that. That is
Fava
really good.
figure? I don't know.
Well, the Fava figure is here in the audience.
I know. The Fava figure is here. Back 270. And then check this out.
So
basically flirts
Crazy
with
with the
edge
two
of that
subs.
storage.
Just a solid carve, hangs edge off the end of that thing.
Just straight hanging edge. Back 270 on the Clackamas.
Not the cleanest one we'd seen of him all night, but able to redirect and get that thing going.
I really
And
want
there
somebody
it
to
is,
hit that wall
450.
ride.
Not able to really put that one between the bindings
He
like
touched the
would have liked.
ground.
This is going to be tough. Okay, the rider that is moving on will be
Liam Brearley.
It will be Liam with his super tech
91.6.
Great showing by Pat Fava here this evening.
Darn Paticus.
All right.
R.I.P.
Tight battle. You took out one of the Fava brothers right there.
Fava
You're
fever.
now in the finals at the 20th anniversary of Dew Tour. What were you doing 20 years ago when Dew Tour started?
20 years ago, I was 1 year old, so not doing anything at all.
We got a Dew baby right here. Good luck, buddy.
Dew baby.
A Dew baby.
Dew babies. We love the Dew babies.
I like this Liam Brearley setting Ontario on the map for rail riders right now.
Okay, so Liam has moved on officially. Looks like Luke Winkleman.
Who's
will be
it?
up
Luke
against
versus who?
Joey Fava.
Oh, Fava.
As you said, it's
Fava
really
to
is the
Fava.
battle between slopestyle gurus and boys of the street.
Yeah, and of course Luke does cross
Maybe I'll
over
move
into that
this.
street section as well, but he's a very talented slope rider.
Yeah, I think Luke's one of the riders, one of the more successful examples we've seen
All
of a
right.
contest rider that's put out video footage that is respected by
Oh,
the streets.
100%. Classic.
You got to respect the
Classic.
streets, and the streets will respect you back, is what I've always said.
You had that full street party
do
a long time
always
ago.
say
It was
that.
really
I
He
do.
does always say that.
50 gap front board. Now he's going switch.
Swing
Switch
it up to it. Ooh.
perfect.
There's that Winkleman style right
Wanted on
there.
that.
Luke is in
And
cruise
he's
control.
That's tap.
looking for the
Rough.
pretzel. Wasn't able to find it.
Luke, a little bit of a problem, perhaps leaving the door open for a Fava.
For a Fava.
But check this out. Everything was going so well up top.
Well, I can't tell. Was that a press on that
Right
first one?
between the bindings there. Perfect management of speed. Right between the bindings. Even a little blunted on the back there.
Pew.
Into this final one. You're looking for that pretzel. You can see him looking
That's
over his
tough.
shoulder, kind of gearing up, looking to spin 270 the unnatural hard way.
Fava.
Not able to get it done.
All right, Joey Fava.
Probably.
We'll have to answer to that.
That sucked that his brother got out.
Undeniable fan favorite.
Oh, that was
Rare.
really
That
good.
was good. That
Fava.
was
That was
It-
something that's never been said.
Big 270 out. Now he's going switch.
Carrying
Still
a
landed
lot
on it.
of speed.
Wow, that back lip. Oh!
Ay.
All right, so, clean landing through that. Pressure's on Luke at the top right now.
I think it will be a better score just simply by the nature of him sticking everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good score. First run, too. Second one's going to be
look.
crazy.
That's just beautiful. The big 270 to the down.
Yeah, check it out right here. Almost squares it up, comes off a little bit
I mean, he
early.
still landed on it pretty good.
Kind of fights the heel
Good
drift.
contact. Good contact.
Such a fan of that back lip.
And stands up tall.
That 270, last
Gets
270
the
was
270
crazy.
pop out. Straight back up to the top, Luke Winkleman.
Of course,
Winkle
even a
time.
run like that is not safe with Luke Winkleman dropping in next.
Yeah, Luke Winkleman, I think, someone who manages pressure well. I'm imagining that we might see something special here. He's mixing things up. Solid front board on the barriers. Switch up. Now he's going switch into this transfer. Board slide.
Ooh.
That was nice.
Chucking the brakes on.
Switch 50 through
Wow.
Clackamas
Oh.
County. That's just a classy move. And 270 out.
Switch
Like
50.
it's nothing.
Okay, he's happy with that one.
That's a nice run.
That is.
That's a nice run, Luke.
I like the switch 50 on the firecracker rail right there. We
I
have
don't
not
think it's going
seen
to be
that yet this
Joey.
weekend.
I don't think it's going to be
There's
his
certain
first run,
tricks
so I
that
don't
when
think
you
it'll
look
be
at
the
them,
second run.
they seem scary just by the way they look. There's other tricks that are subtly really challenging. A switch 50-50 on that Clackamas County rail, that's an example of a trick that might look a lot easier.
I love the above view. You can just tell the momentum that they're carrying and how they're, trying to pace themselves in between the obstacles. There's just so much happening. There's that switch 50-50.
That is sick. Wow.
And then this is just quintessential Luke Winkleman. He does that trick in his sleep.
Okay, this is heavy.
All right.
Fava.
This will be the answer. Joey Fava for his second run.
I have a feeling there he is. I have a feeling we're going to see, a little something from Joey Fava.
Something. Is he going to do the gap?
Give the people what they want.
Starting things off switch.
No.
Joey Fava hands up.
Putting on a show right now.
I've never seen someone claim the whole run while after falling, but I'm kind of here for it.
Bold strategy. Bold strategy.
Look, the camaraderie. We love to see it.
These contest riders know that it helps the judges when you throw a claim up at the end, and Joey Fava's got an interesting idea. I've fallen, and now I'm just going to claim for the rest of the run. That's smart.
All right, so here we go. Who is going to move on?
You heard it there first from Joey.
Luke Winkleman will move on, but big shout outs to Joey Fava. What a great
No way this
performance
first
here.
one
Let's
is
go down to
60.
Chris, who is with the mover honor of this heat bracket.
Yo, nerves of steel right there. Fava had you up against the ropes. He came back with that last trick, was insane. Welcome to the finals, my guy.
Thank you, brother.
You gonna step it up? What do we got going as you head into this big final episode?
I'm cruising. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe switch some stuff up. I don't know. Keep landing.
Calm, cool, collected. Our second finalist of the night is set.
Thank you, Chris. Chris is freezing. I know he is, because his lips aren't, his brain is, it wants him to say things, and his lips are not letting him say the things.
Could someone get Cote some more hand warmers, please?
The kid
Do the man a
he's
favor.
got so many hand warmers all over him right now. Looks like a patchwork quilt. All right, let's check out. We also have a best trick. U.S. Air Force best trick that is up
US
for
Air
grabs here
Force
this
best
evening.
trick.
What are the nominees for that? Let's check it out.
Yo, Liam Brearley. Definitely going to be in there.
This will be from run number 1.
No surprise to see Liam Brearley on the best trick list. Been switching it up all day.
And this is kind of a moving target all through the event. It's the best trick of the entire event, and this is what we've seen so far that has been sick. So he's right now standing in that U.S. Air Force best trick. Okay, straight back up to the top. Darcy will be up against Benny Milam. Darcy Sharp dropping now.
This is a heavy matchup. Two very, very different styles, two very, very talented riders, and both of them send it very precisely.
Yes, sir.
So this is anyone's game right now.
Starting things off regular. A little bit of a Smith grind right there. I'm just going to call that out. Board side gap 50, back one out. He's going switch into Clackamas. Switch board slide through that. That's nice.
Nice and
that's
smooth.
clean.
Darcy from top to bottom, no mistakes, super clean.
Lot of switch in there. I think that was a little bit of his strategy,
What
right?
did he say at the bottom
Move into
there?
this next round. That's a Smith grind.
That is a Smith
That's a Smith grind. A trick we do not often see in a snowboard contest. He sees Sean Malto here, and he's like, I'm going to Smith this.
He's like, I want to be the favorite.
Yeah.
Move over Baden.
Yeah.
I want Sean
Baden
Malto to
who?
choose me.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about now. But Darcy just putting on the clinic right there. 270 on the hard way, up and over, taking some risk.
That's great. I love the hard way. That was
Darcy from top to literally every time I ride a rail, it's the hard way. Yes.
That's
Okay.
good. I can't. Yeah.
Benny Milam will have to answer to Darcy's precision. He's got a very unique style. He's so cruisy on land.
I haven't
And
seen
when he
any
gets on the
180s
rails,
onto a rail.
It just shows in his style.
I want to see that.
So technical. So smooth.
I've seen a
Switch board
3
slide
on to a
270.
pipe.
50.
Nice.
Big gap 270 there going into Clackamas. Board slide through that. There's that wall transfer.
Yo!
He's looking at the 270. He's looking at it.
I think he wants to get that, but that was a very smooth run.
That was
completely
very smooth.
different approach.
Strategic, too.
I don't know where I want to
it
put this
down,
sticker.
Put a little pressure on the opponent, and then ratchet it up.
Yep. There's no hanging out down here at the bottom. They're straight back up to the top. Let's take a look now at what we saw.
Yeah, not a lot of time to think when you're switching things up like that, but Benny Milam managing it perfectly well. There we see that perfect style. Lets it breathe as he pokes his nose out there, and then that quick rewind going into that board slide through the waterfall rail, and then transfer there. If I had to guess, knowing Benny Milam, I think what he's looking at is boom off
wall
the
ride
wall,
and then hit that, and then
and
270.
then a 270. I think he's looking
All
at
right,
that, and I
so-
know we can do it.
Well, I'm thinking.
All right, straight back up to the top. Darcy Sharp for his second run in the battle bracket.
Darcy, you're good.
Just getting his music right. Maybe listening to a breathing podcast.
Yeah, that's what I want. Something
Some
calming.
ASMR.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just listening to Clackamas County Rail sound effects on repeat.
Oh, yeah.
It's a soothing sound. I didn't like it.
It is. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
I'm surprised there's not more of an ASMR YouTube presence for that kind of thing. It's mostly a lot of eating.
Well, Mary, if this doesn't work out,
I think you could look into this.
Okay, another different line for Darcy Sharp. Goes for that Darcy drag.
Darcy drag.
Boom. Lip 270 out, heading into this thing. Regular stance, big backside 270, squared up on that thing. 50 gap. There's the 270.
How
270, man.
smooth.
Wow.
Yeah, Darcy is going
Ladies
to
and
take this home,
gentlemen,
I
Darcy
think.
Sharp in cruise control.
That
Western
is.
Canada came to play today.
So he definitely kind of called back to his first runs there. So we saw in his first run in this segment, definitely tried to mix things up, but then kind of went back to what he knew the judges liked for this second one, which is smart. It's strategy. He's a strategic man.
What did you call the Darcy slide? That was
Darcy
good.
drag.
Darcy drag. Yeah, that was good.
And it comes down here. Watch how smooth this is. Backside 270, squared up, fully balanced on top. And then the gap over with the 270 out, perfectly riding out. That was a great combo. Those last two features, perfect.
Yeah, that's a big score.
Yeah, I think Benny Milam's definitely going to want to bring something special after watching two runs like that go down. Just two really solid options.
All right, so this will do it. The last run of our battle brackets in round two. Benny Milam, what has he got? He has that wall ride redirect onto the rail.
Starting things switch.
Casual looking switch up.
Ooh,
Oh.
clean.
Reverting the switch.
Oh, Benny goes down. And unfortunately for him, it really costs you in this round. So
Same
I think
thing that
by
happened with
virtue of that,
Fowler.
we're going to see Darcy move on easily. But a sick showing nonetheless. Let's get the official ruling here before we say any more.
I don't know if that's even.
Well, the crowd knew it. The judges, they might know it here in a second. There you go, Darcy Sharp making the finals there. Benny,
Yeah, 58.
hey, hell of an effort right there. Darcy, you said you were going to send it. Now you got to send it just a little bit more.
A little bit more, not gonna lie. Benny was the one guy round two I didn't want to go up against, and so heavy matchup. I have to make her through. This final's gonna be fun. Thanks for everybody coming out. Let's get loud for the finals. Come on.
There we go. The finals are set. History's about to go down with the 20th anniversary of Juice Tour. Let's go. Let's stay warm. Let's party. Come on, it's Saturday night.
Someone, Chris, just carve open somebody and get inside.
He's trying to speak that one into existence.
Yeah, it just as long as you keep the lips moving, something will happen. All right. So this is what it looks like now.
So
Liam,
clean.
Luke, and Darcy, those are our final riders. And the way it shakes out, 2 more runs will decide the champ. Stick around. More slopestyle. Street style. Style.
2 more rounds. What is he saying? Alright. We're gonna watch something from my other channel because I have no clue what to do. After I plug this again, you know. Plug. Look, go like it. Go like it. Come on, guys. Go like it. Ooh, I gotta. Shouldn't have paused that. Any yeah, I'm not seeing any I think Liam.
Rockstar Energy.
Maybe not.
Help me
Could
take
be
it
Darcy.
to the next level.
See, this guy has the same name as me, unfortunately.
Is this it?
God, where am I? How many Sam Dawsons?
This is it!
Shit, that's not good.
God,
Is this the Mount Road? That's no way. That's not. That's not. So this is Sunday River Cruise. A lot of these guys are like sponsored by Rome. Obviously, he is. That's Noah and Michael.
You may find yourself living in a shotgun shack. And you
That's
may find
Eli
yourself
J. Wong.
in another part of the world. And you may find yourself behind the wheel of a large automobile. And you may find yourself in a beautiful house.
That's Joey.
With a beautiful wife. And you may ask yourself, well, how did I get here?
I think it's Dynamo. That's that's Michael.
And you may ask yourself, how do I work this? And you may ask yourself, where is that large automobile? And you may tell yourself, this is not my beautiful house. And you may tell yourself, this is not my beautiful wife.
This was so fun to film. What was that Sugar Bush?
Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was.
All right. Back to the event.
One of an impressive scene of
Finals.
North Carolina riders. You got Zeb Powell, Brantley Mullins, couple riders
Okay.
coming out of North Carolina, putting it on the map as a shred destination. Luke Winkleman, absolutely
Zeb
one of
Powell
those
lived in North
riders.
Carolina. We moved up to Vermont.
Here we go.
That's
Three
what I'm
slopestyle technicians focusing now on the rails here in the street style. Here we go. Luke Winkleman starting things off.
Nice.
Cab into that press like we've seen him do effortlessly all day. 50 gap, holds on to that edge going into another solid 270, getting blunted on that switch front board. Little tweak at the end there for the people at home.
Great start to this finals. And yeah, I mean, that was really clean.
Yeah, we saw him kind of mix things up at the bottom there, kind of sticking to what he knows at the top, but throwing in that switch front board at the end, a nice little touch.
We definitely have to talk about how much riding has gone down. They had a lot of practice this afternoon. It's a ton of runs once you make it to this final. So the strategy is to leave a little something in the tank.
Liam is looking
gas
like
in the
a
tank.
favorite.
And I do think that Luke isn't a
road,
stranger to that
so.
because he has been riding in rail jams a bit. I mean, he had his own at App Mountain last year, and there was so many runs. I mean, he's kind of used to this format.
All right, so let's see what he's going to get. 82.33 to start off this final. That's his first score. He gets another shot at this as we go straight back up to the top to Darcy Sharp. Now, we saw Darcy in the battle brackets just go crazy.
Yeah, Darcy Sharp mixing up the trick selection. And I'll be curious to see what he brings into this final round.
God, dude.
Starting things off, switch.
Oh.
There's that layback. 360 out,
Barely
able to
pulled
pull
that
it in the end. Switch lip,
So
270
clean, so clean.
going into that big
Sharp is
backside
snapping.
270 transfer, coming off a little bit early. Holding edge as he grinds through that bottom
Sharp is
feature.
going crazy.
That was a chill trick for Darcy on the last feature.
Yeah, and I think he just didn't square up on that 270, so he knew he needs to keep it a little bit, like I said, a little gas in the tank for run number 2. Remember, it's best run will take this. A little wild on the pop-off of the wall ride feature.
Also a testament to how good he is, how all of these riders are so good, that he could have that kind of wobble and just pick it up and keep going.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, here we go, Darcy. There's that gap where he didn't quite square it up. Kind of just dragged his tail on the barriers. And then launches over here into kind of a crail lip slide.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah,
It's creative.
that's
It's different.
Pretty fun.
It's good to show the wide array of street tricks that go down.
Darcy said edge.
All right, Darcy with a 60
What the
to
fuck?
start off his campaign here. He's got another run.
Darcy for edge
Straight
and
back
just
up
stand
to
there.
the top. Liam Brearley will be our
That is crazy.
rider that is capping off run number 1.
I'm a big fan of this trick he has all day. That board slide switch up into front board does something similar to that flat down.
Textbook.
Whoa.
I don't think he's made a mistake
No.
all night.
Yeah,
Back 270 on Clackamas
guy's
heading into this final feature.
Oh!
270 out. This kid is ice cold right now. We could call him Chris Cote.
It's cold tay.
Cold
Tay.
Yeah.
Crisp, cold tay.
Yeah.
It's cold day. Taking a second look at Liam's run. I mean, really, no complaints here.
Yeah, this is
Transfer to 7.
that thing that won him,
Came off a little
got him
early.
in that Air Force best trick. Not as squared up as we saw in that original nomination. That is just can't begin to state how scary that trick is going into Clackamas blind like that. 270 and 270 out. He pops out of that 270 a little earlier than I'd like.
Still, I think
alright.
it was the best run that we've seen come down in this final so far.
Maybe.
90.33.
Yeah.
That is a behemoth score.
90s club all night for Liam.
Yeah.
All right, straight back up to the top for run number 2. The final runs here in the men's street style.
That's
Luke
what
Winkleman,
yeah,
if
I
I had
want
to
somebody to
guess,
transfer off
maybe
the container,
when
I was
he's
guessing.
getting that switch
Chat.
front board at the end, I know he's got that switch front board pretzel.
Yeah,
Wondering
I
if
was
he might
really
throw that
sad
in there.
that Joey Fava wasn't able to
But
pull that off.
we'll
on
find
his
out.
second
I think you
run in
have to
head-to-head,
at this
so he
point.
fell.
All these riders on the
And he
podium.
fell like right before it.
Yeah,
so he
one
went
switch press.
Not nearly enough speed.
Front 270.
Looking good at the top.
50 blunt. He's going switch into this transfer. There he goes, just
Okay.
making nice
Squared
work of
up.
that drop down.
Brings it back.
Okay.
All right.
Didn't see the pretzel, but we saw
I
a
don't
different
think it
variation.
eats
Stylish
Liam
nonetheless.
Brearley.
Yes.
Luke Winkleman with a solid answer in that second run. Not sure if it's going to be
Liam Brearley.
enough
Yeah, it's,
to dethrone Liam Brearley at this time.
But still, the subtle technicality of what was going on in these tricks, everything was executed perfectly. Look at
Boom.
this. Locking into it.
That's how you do that trick.
Yeah.
That is how you do that trick. And then boom. Switch 270.
Bring back, just fighting your body's natural inclination to carry you all the way through the rotation. Just brings it right back.
And I think that's the thing about Luke Winkleman is his trick selection is so nice. It really
Yeah,
is
he
like
really
a
just
snowboarder
barely pulled that last
selection
one
of
off.
tricks.
Could not agree more with that assessment there.
Okay, so
88.
88.66. Luke
Solid.
Winkleman
That
will
might
sit in second
stick
place for the
right in
time
second.
being. Darcy Sharp
Take that.
About to drop here.
You see Liam Brewer.
Darcy's got to bring it right now, or else Liam will have a victory lap.
But you know, one judge was probably holding him off from that.
All right. Darcy Sharp is a third run, all cost kind of rider. I think that the possibilities for what could happen here are endless.
Yeah.
Start things off, switch.
Clean.
Much better on that 360. Switch to 270s, going regular into the electrical box. Gap over
This has
270,
got to be
not
second.
quite as squared as he wants. 50 transfer, 270.
Gotta be second. Gotta be second.
Okay, Darcy Sharp, will it be enough to take down Luke Winkleman and move into second place? Sitting on a 60 right now. Is it better than an 88.66? That's the question.
Really cleaned up that second feature, excuse me, and 270 on that was just perfect.
Coming up high off that storage container, brings that right back to regular. Eyeing up this next feature. There's that big gap.
Like that was pretty
270,
clean.
not as squared up as he wants, but
It wasn't super
still
squared
able
up, but
muscle that transfer.
All right, what's it going to be? Darcy Sharp. What will this score do for him? Will he jump into second place?
please. 88.6 is pretty high.
86.33, just shy. So Darcy Sharp will go home in third. Luke Winkleman in second. And Liam Brearley will go home with the win. This is a victory lap for him. Congratulations goes out to Liam. What are we going to get on this final run?
Thank you.
Dropping in. Wow, okay. He's kind of mixing things up here. Maybe opting out of that shelter.
Oh, here we go.
Out of nowhere. Just having muscling that thing out into the final feature.
Yeah, there we go.
So
that is the
clean.
way that you end an event. Congratulations goes down to Liam Brearley. Did he not know that he won? Did you not know that he won? You won.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Absolutely crushed it from the beginning of this
didn't know
event to
that
the
he
end. Let's get in there with Chill Cold Tay down there. Chris.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, the rumors are true. You just won Dew Tour.
Thank you so much. I'm hyped.
He's hyped.
That last run, I had no clue I was still in first, so I was like, okay, I think Darcy beat me. I gotta step it up here. So, just so stoked.
Oh, we feel that energy. Describe that feeling when you rode down here and you got that news that you are our Dew Tour champion.
I was a little bit confused, but then looked over at the screen and saw I was in first, and I was so hyped. But congrats to the boys. Everyone killed it, and it was
Like
such
I
a sick
sneaked
event.
in a little
Thank you.
video in the back.
Give it up for our champion!
Liam getting it done on run number 1 of 2. The second run he came through with an 84. That 90.33 brought it home for him. What a great showing.
Liam is on fire this year. I mean, he's starting to build that trophy room right now. His first Dew Tour victory, first Dew Tour showing.
Yeah, and let's take a look back at how he got the job done here over the course of the evening, and still going home with that Air Force best trick as well.
Yeah, I mean, this kid came to play. I didn't really see him much in practice, but his ability to, a lot of people are throwing spins at the end of rails and the beginning of rails. He's actually just doing them in the middle. Transfer, he's busting out 450s out of nowhere. Liam Brearley, like you said, Mary, one heck of a season so far. Nice little piece of Dew Tour hardware to go home with today.
Sick event.
Yeah, he let the people know tonight that he is here to stay.
How long was that?
We'll be seeing a lot more of him in the future for sure.
Yeah, coming down here to the bottom, had no idea that he had sealed the deal. I don't know how he couldn't have known. We're just down here yakking away. Finds out that he won this thing.
The moment of realization.
Surprise! Guess what? All right, DC, we're going to throw it down to you to do the awards.
Right on. Thank you very much, Todd, Stan, and Mary. And way to hold it down out there in the cold, Chris Cote. But it's time for our award ceremony, the last event of the day here, day 2 of 3, out here at Dew Tour Copper Mountain 2024, celebrating 20 years of Dew Tour. Before we introduce your podium to you, I'd like to introduce a very special guest out here, our award presenters. We got Sam Cardelf, brand designer at Mountain Dew. Thank you very much, Sam, for being on hand to hand out the hardware. And now your podium out here for men's snowboard street style. In third place, coming out of Canada. He can do it in a slopestyle course. He can do it in the backcountry. And he did it out here tonight in street style. Make some noise for the talented Darcy Sharp. One more time, let's hear it for Darcy Sharp out here, third place. Way to go, Darcy. In second place, coming out of North Carolina, let's hear it for your boy, Luke Winkleman. One more time, one of the most stylish dudes out there. Make some noise for second place finisher, Luke Winkleman. Always a pleasure seeing you do your thing, Luke. And your champion out here tonight, having a breakthrough season. We are so proud of you, coming out of Canada. Make some noise for Liam Bruley.
Give him a bucket.
One more time, let's hear it for your champion, Liam Brearley, and your podium out here for men's snowboard street style. And we got one more award to present out there as well. Your U.S. Air Force best trick. And that is going as well to the Canadian crushing it this year. Make some noise one more time for Liam Brearley winning the U.S. Air Force best trick. He has cracked the code this season. One more time. Let's hear it for Liam Brearley and all the guys throwing down out there tonight.
All right, what an amazing evening out here. Huge congrats to everyone that even competed here this evening. This course was no joke. I'm just gonna go to you guys, Mary, Stan, for some final thoughts before we roll out of here.
I'm kind of speechless. Stan, you go first.
Yeah, you know, I think as we watch the street style event, we start to see some of the tricks get.
Right now. Oof, 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 oof. Oh wait, it was disc skate. Dylan. Okay, well this is that was pretty good. But he skates too. I'm assuming his skating is much better. Yeah. I need to start skating more. I've been standing on a board this whole time, dude. Yo. I'm shit. I can only ollie and pop shove. But I can do some stuff, so better than nothing. Ooh. turn this down. I'm literally just chatting it up with this guy. Alright guys, 6 stream. It was fun. See you. Fun. Also, follow my other channel, Sam Dawson, and you'll see me in the front of that. Ooh, broke his L4 vertebrae. And then follow my Instagram at samdaw_. Alright.